Good morning, everybody. We're looking at Matthew 16 and Mark 8. Matthew 16 and Mark 8. This is going to be one of those ones today that could disappoint you, could really challenge you. So if you're having a bad day, a stressed day right now, maybe this is one that you want to put off to another day, because Peter just had an awesome time with Jesus. He had just acknowledged that Jesus is the Christ. Just said that. He's the Christ. And Jesus didn't lift him up so much as lifting up the Father and saying, you know this because the Father has revealed it to you. So, if I was Peter, I'd think, hey, that's awesome. Like, Dad's talking to me. I know this because Dad showed me this. This is really fantastic. So he's having a great day. Jesus went into further teaching, and he turns around and he starts telling them what Father's plan is, and he's laying out the plan. And part of the plan is that he's going to be crucified. I want you to understand where the disciples are here. They're being challenged all the time. Their life is just being shifted all the time. Everything is shifting. Everything that they thought, what they thought of things, like, come on, Jesus walked on water. He can feed like 15, 20,000 people from a little lunch. They've seen the dead rise. They have seen sight come back to the blind. I'm sorry, but you can read the stories, but imagine that happening right in front of you, because not many of us get to see that right in front of us. And then imagine that you were actually doing these things, that Jesus had sent you, and you went to your hometown, and Uncle Bob had died, and you went in, and with the authority Jesus gave, you rose up Uncle Bob, and then over there, Cousin Sue, who's been tormented by demons, and you just go over and you send those demons packing. I mean, this is just stuff that just causes everything to shift. And you're not sure about anything anymore except for Jesus, and everything just starts to shift. So this is where they are. And then Jesus is telling them that part of the plan is that he has to die. This is the king. This is the king. This is the Messiah, just acknowledged as the Messiah. They're expecting to enter into battle with him, to see Israel liberated, to see him sitting on David's throne. And these are their expectations. And he turns around and he says, yeah, but Dad's plan is I have to die. Peter's mind can't process it. Can't. You know what that's like, right? You get to that place that you can't process anymore. You're filled. You're filled. We only have so much capacity, and you're just filled. There's stress there. There's anxiety there. There's lots of stuff because you're just supercharged. All this stuff is going on, and then somebody gives you a little bit more information, and you can't even process that. And that's basically where Peter is right now. He can't process. Everything's been shifting, and he can't process this. So he just says, "No, no, Jesus, you can't do that." That's part of our problem. Part of our problem is that we're living in this world. We are transformed. And we're being transformed. We have been transformed. We are being transformed. We have a renewed mind because we renew our mind on the things of the kingdom. We live by the kingdom principles. We live by this. We're learning the kingdom principles. We're learning how to put this into action in our own life so that wherever we go, we are living according to those principles, and those are our expectations. But it's still, we find it very difficult to think like that. We find it very difficult. Now, you may look at this and say, Peter should have been able to handle this. Well, let me just bring it back to some simple things that we've been given. Love your enemy. I don't need to go into anything else. Just love your enemy. That's not tolerate your enemy. That's not ignore your enemy. That's not respond to your enemy. But that's love your enemy. Do kind things. Do kind things for your enemy. The person who hates you, who calls you names, who spreads rumors about you, who does, you do kind things for them. You do them favors. You do nice stuff for them. That's what you're supposed to do. We stumble over that. So don't go blaming Peter. Our problem is that we got to keep learning and we got to keep growing. We have to grow in relationship. We've been given the mind of Christ. Do you understand that? We can, if we so choose, press in and understand as Father understands. We can see things. We can see him in it. We can see what he's doing. We can accept what he's doing. We can see this. We can see when it's gone off the rails, where somebody has just made wrong decisions, and it may look like it's a right decision according to the world, but we know it's a wrong decision because we know Father's heart in the matter. We see what he's doing, and we know that that step is just a wrong step. We can be there. But we have to be willing to let go of the principles of this world and honestly live the principles of the kingdom. We have to live Father's priorities and not the priorities of our desires and our flesh. We have to pray over people according to Father's will, not according to what we hope for them. We can't just live a life here and thank God for his provision. That's not what we're for. We can't just acknowledge the Creator and give him thanks, because we've been pulled into a greater, better, deeper relationship than that. We are actually co-workers in this thing. And it's been given to us to have the mind of Christ, to know, to understand, to see the unseen around us and know what to do because we see Dad's hand in it. Yeah, that's where we're supposed to be. You guys be blessed today. Think about that, will you? Think about that, consider that, meditate on that for a bit, and see what Dad has to say to you about it. You guys be blessed, be encouraged. Have a great day.